I was a kid. As I reminisce.
Multi-award-winning hip-hop artist, composer, author, producer and CEO eMtee has just released a new single titled Ithemba ahead of his highly anticipated third studio album, Logan. Now, in true eMtee style, his first release of the year has set the tone for his upcoming project named after his youngest son. He joins us this morning to share more on his latest single and, of course, the new record label. eMtee, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Shout out to the listeners and everyone at home.
Good to have you, man. Let's talk about the latest single, Ithemba. What really inspired that?
Well, Ithemba, as you all know, in English, it means hope. So during these trying times, all I'm trying to do is just, spread light and just show, give people a bit of hope,
Okay, so who did you work with on this track?
On this song, I worked with a producer from Malawi called BFB.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the song, and yeah.
Okay, so now that you're on your own and you're independent, eMtee, just how different is it now to release and make music under your own record company?
Well, it's different now because, in the past, a lot of things were done for you. And everything was sort of just laid out for you. You didn't have to do much, just make music and everything else is done. This time around, I do music, I do the submitting, I do the, track listing, you name it. So,
it is a fairly new company, and I suppose there's just so much to be done. And you did hit the ground running. Who helped you with the day-to-day running of the company?
Well, for now, it's just me, my wife, and a couple of other team members. We're still growing, of course. Hopefully, with time, we will, be an establishment.
Okay, and in the process of growth, do you have any artist currently signed under your label?
Yes, definitely. I have an artist by the name of Logan. He's all the way from Cape Town, based in Pretoria. And I also have Flashy Kumkane, who's all the way from Eastern Cape, King Williamstown, who is based here in Johannesburg. So, I have two artists at the moment, hoping to develop more.
Okay, and why the decision, eMtee, to name every album by your kid's name?
Well, it just goes to show how much I appreciate what I do. I appreciate it as much as I appreciate the life of my children. Mm-hmm. And I give this my heart and soul, so a lot of people might think I'm just making music, but it's actually all truth and it's all words straight from the heart, and everything is real.
Okay, and what theme will be carried in this new offering?
The theme for me really has always been the same, which is let people into my life, share stories of my life, my stories of triumph, my stories of, my children's birth, and how that, molded me into the person I am today, the person I aspire to be.
And have you set a date of when it will be released?
Not as yet, but I do know that it will be released in March, which is the next month.
Okay. Are you planning to release another single soon?
Yes, definitely. I am releasing another single soon. A follow-up from Ithemba, of course.
Okay. Your fans haven't seen you on the stage. They haven't seen you in action in quite a while. So when can they see you in action again?
Well, right now it's hard to tell, but I can definitely say that there are a couple of inquiries coming through for shows. So hopefully that becomes a success and I'm able to go back out there and perform for the masses.
Okay, now that we've been in lockdown, well, now that we are in level 3, we've been through very stringent lockdown. So how have you been keeping up?
For me, staying in the house has always been my thing, even before. So I feel like this lockdown and the whole pandemic, it just sort of, it was sort of like a test, a mental test and a physical test as well. So for me, I'm sort of in a comfort zone, if you can say that.
Okay, so in terms of connecting with you, how do your fans connect with you, and what are the download details?
People can connect with me on social media, Instagram, eMtee Records, one word. On Twitter, eMtee Records as well. On Facebook, eMtee Records SRSA.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All the best, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the listeners. Brand new album coming soon.
Indeed. Great chatting to you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, eMtee released his new single, Ithemba, ahead of his highly anticipated third studio album drop, Logan. We just spoke to the hip-hop artist on what can be expected.